Hub suggested that I don't buy any more yarn. So this is going to be my last yarn reveal for a little while with you because I had already ordered this. But there is going to be some stipulations. Like if I get a gift card, I can buy yarn, right? Hi, my name is Diane, and this is My Pink Bathtub. Thanks for joining me. Today I have a few things I want to share with you. I've been showing a lot of yarn lately of things that I purchased or received as gifts. So I want to show you a couple of the things I'm making with some of the yarn that I received. And I have one last yarn purchase that I'd like to share. And I'm going to finish it with another beautiful gift that I received for my retirement. I was emailing with Mama G Gear the other day, and she said I should just act like those furniture stores that are always going out of business. So I'll come back to work next year and not talk about the retirement, and then do the whole year and then retire again and just get all this love from people. It's like the continual going out of business store. That'll be me. But really, I'd like to retire and do more knitting. Hi, sorry about that. I just wanted to lower the blind behind me. I found there's a little bit too much light coming in through there, and my goal is to eventually move this little production upstairs to my knitting room, but that room needs to really be cleaned up and organized, and that's one of the jobs I plan to do as soon as I retire. I have 2 weeks left, and so today I'm going to show you a few things I've been working on, and again, trying to organize myself and not just blather on during these videos as well. I'm not very successful at that. So I had ordered a Mary Maxim mystery bag. I live in Canada. I live in Manitoba, the province of Manitoba. And Mary Maxim has an outlet in Ontario, Canada, and they are also in Michigan, I believe. I should know this, but... And so 2 separate locations when it comes to receiving their products. A lot of the products in my Mary Mystery bag were brands I hadn't used. And so I'm trying to be creative and find some uses for some of this yarn. And some of them are speaking to me a little bit louder than others. So I'm going to the loudly speaking ones. And my first yarn that I'm going to work with, and I have been working with, I started yesterday, is this Love Chenille Deluxe yarn. Now I received 2 balls of this in the bag, and it is a chenille, so it's very, very soft and silky. It is a 5-weight yarn, and my initial idea was to make some owls with it. I make these little weighted owls, and I weight them, and they can be used as doorstops or also just so they can stand up at attention. You will see them eventually. So I started making it with it, and I just wasn't really liking it. That much. And so I changed direction, I ripped it back, and now I am making a shark with this. At the school I work at, our mascot, because every school has a mascot, is a shark. And we recently rebranded our logo for our school, and we're getting a new outdoor sign. So there's new t-shirts and everything. And because I work in the library, we had Shark Week where we had shark books out. We had taped down a large, the size of a great white shark, with masking tape on the floor. So it's 20 feet long, 6 feet wide. And when the students came in for their last book exchanges, we would say, I don't know if this shark is big enough to swallow an entire grade 1 class, but let's find out. And the students would sit inside the shape of the shark and we would take their photo. So I work with a lovely lady named Ella. She's the teacher librarian. And I said to her, oh, I'm going to make you a shark, a knitted shark, as a mascot for the library because we are the sharks. So I changed direction with this chenille yarn and I've been knitting with it, and this is what I've come up with so far. So I guess this is my WIP, my works in progress. So this is the beginning of my shark. And I always knit down in size for needles whenever I'm knitting toys because I like to stuff them quite full, and I always love to knit in the round as much as possible when I knit a toy because I don't like sewing up seams. So this is the beginning of the shark. I think it's going to be probably this long, and it is supposed to be knit in the round, which is great. And I am knitting from this book. This is probably one of my favorite knitted toy books of all time. 52 Timeless Toys to Knit by Chris DeLongpre. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. This is the pattern for the shark. Doesn't seem to have the top fin on it, but it seems to be in the pattern, so I'll make sure that it has like the fin. I've made many toys from this. The hens that I was selling at Chicken Days are in it. A skunk, amazing skunk pattern. I just love the shaping of the toys in this book. I could not find this in Canada when I ordered it. I did get it from Amazon.com, and I believe it still is available on Amazon.com. So I will put the link on Amazon.com below. I was able to order it and get it shipped to Canada, but of course you have to pay more shipping fees and you have to deal with the exchange fees, but it is worth every penny. This, you can see it's like beat up already. I just love this book. So I will show you the shark. Hopefully I'm going to get it done by next weekend because that'll be my last week of work. But here's my review on the chenille yarn. I don't like the feel of it. To me, it feels like a microfiber cloth in your hands, but not as scratchy. So it's just a little too slippery for me. I do tend to knit on wooden needles, which does help if you're knitting with any sort of a slippery type yarn, that I would be worried that the stitches would slip off the needles if you were using a metal or a plastic needle. But the wood ones, the bamboo style ones, are generally my go-to if I can, and I find them much easier on my hands too. I don't tend to get pain in my hands, but if you do a lot of knitting, you do after a while, and I find it's really good. The one thing I found about this, and maybe you will agree or not agree if you use a blanket yarn or a chenille yarn, is the stitch definition is really, really hard to see. Even when you're counting rows, like there's an increase row and then you knit 4 plain rounds after that. Rounds, not rows. I can't see the increases. Like, it's very hard to see the stitch definition with this yarn, but it's super soft and squishy. I think it's going to be great for the purpose I'm using it for, which will be a mascot in the library of a shark. So stay tuned. I will show you next video what this is going to look like because I have to gift it. And I'm pretty proud that I'm trying to be, mindful of the stuff I'm using from that mystery bag. And I'm going to have a harder time for some items than others, but I will get through it and I'm going to learn from it. So Remember this beautiful yarn that I received in my, I think it was my last Mary Maxim bag? I had bought one ball of it. Well, this is actually the second ball because I finished something with it. I'm almost finished. I'm going to share with you. It is lovely. I just love this yarn. It is also a 5-weight, and I use a 5-weight to knit my I'm sorry, I just can't talk today. I use a 5-weight to knit my adult size animal mittens, and this stuff is just gorgeous to work with, just gorgeous. And it's a true 5-weight yarn in my opinion. And it's large enough, it has 270 yards, and it has enough to make 2 full pairs of mittens, which is fantastic. So I have another Mary Maxim purchase that I'm going to share with you closer to the end of this video. So I bought, this is the second one from it. I did open it up. None of it is a mystery, so I did open the bag up, but I'm going to show you everything else that I bought. So I bought a second one, and I'm very glad because I have enough to make 4 pairs of mittens, and I'm almost finished the first pair. Going to put it in my hand. So this, and I'm not sure about the nose. It might be a little too pink. I might change the nose on it. This is a cat mitten, a kitten mitten. Now I'm working on my second mitten with this, and the colorway is not lining up perfectly, but that's okay because I have 4 more pairs to go, and I will just match them up the best I can. But I do enjoy this, but it is a striking difference with the colors, so I am just waiting to do this thumb till I get to this kind of color, so at least the thumb kind of comes out the same. So I really, really, really love this yarn. So I had ordered another, I'm just going to kind of go a little rogue here. I ordered another color. When I look through their colors, a lot of their colors are quite, well, colorful to say the least. But I thought, what other colors do they have that I could make mittens with? And I found this. Look at how big this is. It's a substantial amount of yarn. And they had a sale. So this one is called, I ordered 2 of them. So I have 2 of them each, so I can make 4 pairs of mittens. And I am just not using my words very well today. I apologize. This is called Ebony. Hello. And it seems like, yes, there's some lightness and darkness in the gradient of it, but this is going to be much easier to line up with mittens, and I'll be able to make 4 pairs of, I think I'm going to do cat mittens with this as well, because I just really, really love it. I love working with this yarn. I can't say enough good things about it. It just knits up beautifully. It's a good quality, high quality acrylic yarn. Another yarn that I had purchased from Mary Maxim that I had never used before, and I had the full intention of making mittens with, was this Premier Color Fusion Chunky. Now, this is rated as a 5-weight as well, and I usually use 2 different needle sizes for my adult mittens, depending on how thick the 5-weight yarn is. But this, I started knitting with it, and it was way too thick and bulky. It's between a 5 and a 6. So I ripped it back, and I am going to actually make owls out of this one, which I think is great. Doesn't need to line up or anything, because there is a huge color transition with this yarn, which is what really drew it to me. This is called Morning Coffee. So I have 3 balls of this, and I'll be able to make probably 3, maybe 4 owls out of them. So I am planning to make this to report back to you on my next video. And then you'll see what my owls look like. So I quite like it. I like the color transition of it, but unfortunately it was just too thick for mittens, what I originally intended to use it for. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to change your original ideas. After I get this shark done and sent as a gift, I am going to do my little carrot friend, my little rabbit friend that I had purchased a kit from Mary Maxim. And so this is going to get on my needles. It's called Carrot Patch Bunny. It's a kit in Canada for $22.99. I'm pretty sure they have it in the US one at a little lower price. And I did look through the pattern a bit because I am going to want to start it soon. And it looks like the majority of it is knit flat and you have to seam. And I am not a seamer. I don't really like seaming. So I'm going to try to convert it to using double pointed needles with it so I can have less seaming if possible. So that's something for sure that I want to get done in July. I also have a couple other little gifts that I'm working on, which I can't talk about. And I don't even know if I can show you because they're going to be going to Mama G Gear, my American cousin. So I'm sure once I am done that and I send it out to her, she will reveal it on her channel. So let's get to the rest of the Mary Maxim purchase I made. I find every time I make a purchase, I get an email in a day or two with some great offer from them. It's either a really reduced price in the shipping, or this one they had an additional sale on all of their yarn. So I thought I would take advantage of it, especially to get that marvelous chunky yarn, which is a little bit more expensive, but again, you get a lot of yarn with it. So I was just trying to be mindful of some of the stuff that I would buy that I could use. So I did buy some of this Titan Bulky Weight, which is another brand from Mary Maxim. And it's very, it feels a little coarse, not very soft, but I'm going to give this a go because it's a 5-weight to make mittens with it. So I ended up buying 4 balls of this because it was a very good price, light gray. I do have some of the dark charcoal gray I found in my stash the other day. I had bought a Highlander cowl kit from them a long time ago. I never seem to do the kits, but I bought these kits from them a long time ago. And so I had 3 balls of it there, and I was kind of looking at it and I thought, this is a nice yarn that I think I could try. And it's 100% acrylic. There's not enough in it to make a full pair of mittens for me. But the 4 balls, I should be able to make 3 pairs, and I could use the 4th ball just as an addition to finish it. So I got that color, and I also got this color, which is called Cottonwood, kind of a creamy color. I'm going to make mittens with this as well. It's either going to be, I'm not sure. It may be a form of a chicken or a kitten, or who knows, but I really like the color. It was a nice kind of creamy off-white color. So I got 4 balls of each of those. I got the marvelous chunky that I showed you, and then I got the 1 ball of this because I had only bought 1. And then I got, because I'm such a fan, another color in the glimmer yarn because it was a very good price. It seems to be on sale, so I'm hoping that they're not going to discontinue it. But this is my American cousin Ginny gifted me 2 balls of the navy blue, and so I bought the I'm just trying to remember, cappuccino. I bought 4 balls of this, and I think this is now my favorite color for the glimmer yarn. I'm hoping the color actually is true to light in this video. If not, I'll let you know because it's looking a little darker but I'm finding when I look at the videos later, they're fine. This color I really like. I have always been on the hunt for an amazing teddy bear pattern, and I'm feeling like this color is going to do it. Also, the lighter color mushroom is quite nice too, so I kind of feel like those two colors are going to be really good to maybe make a bear or something. But we'll see. I definitely feel like it's going to be a toy yarn, and I just love the feel of it. It's a 4-weight yarn. It is very soft considering that they have this glittery stuff in it, and I'm not sure if it's picking it up as well as it does, but the color is exactly, the glitter part is exactly the same color as the yarn, which is nice. So it's not like standing out big time, it's more shimmery. And the last thing I want to share with you, and I'm getting a cramp in my foot, so I'm just going to move it out of the way, is another gift I received. I am just feeling so lucky to be retiring from the school I'm retiring from. This week I had our retirement dinner from our school division, which was lovely, and I brought one of my best friends with me who also works in our division. We went to library school together. We call each other dude. We don't remember why we call each other dude, but we do, and she is the least thing from a dude that you could think of. So it's kind of an ironic nickname. People look at us weird when we do it, but whatever. I even cross-stitched the word dude, period, on a cute little cross stitch, and I put it in a lovely frame, and she used to have it, I don't know if she still does, she used to have it on her desk at work, which really made people wonder what was going on. So she's dude. We went to library school together, and we both ended up working in the same school division. So we have been each other's go-to for 15 years. She's been there 1 year longer than I have. She's still going strong. I'm like, nope. And she's my go-to if I have a brain fart and I can't remember how to do something, or we just share funny stories about our schools. We give each other a lot of support. So instead of sending hubs having hubs come with me, I chose my bestie. So she came with me, and I'll show you a picture at the end where they have this like photo kind of booth with the background. So that I have a picture of me at the end of my at my retirement dinner. It was really nice. I got to see quite a few of my school friends from my previous job. There was like 4 people that were retiring from my previous school that I worked at prior to going to elementary school, because I was in a high school. So they were there, so that was cool. And it was just a lovely, lovely evening. But I started inventory then the next day when I went to work, and I stayed over at my friend's house because I had a couple wobbly pops, and you know, you can't drink and drive. And she lives very close to my school, so I stayed over there, and then we did inventory starting on Friday. And the teacher librarian that I work with is lovely. It's a very busy school that I work in, and I just can't talk today. Her husband does woodworking. He is also a teacher, but on the side he does woodworking. And they made me this beautiful box that I'm going to share with you. So this is the top of the box. That's my name, Ms. Moran, as known by the students. We've got our books and we've got our yarn, and it opens up. And on the side of the box is my logo, My Pink Bathtub Hand Knit Goods. Isn't it great? So she said, I think you could use it to store your needles, and absolutely, it's going to be fantastic. So thank you. And inside the box, this is what the inside looks like. So I haven't done anything with it yet. Is a pair of socks. If you can read this, bring me my yarn. So thank you so much. I am, again, touched and overwhelmed by everyone's kindness. 2 weeks, woohoo! And I am really going to miss the people. I have told all the classes now when they had their last book exchange that I will not be in the library next year. There's going to be someone new, but I am going to sub, so I'll be like a guest teacher, and maybe you'll still see me. And one student, when I gave the news, it was the last class ever, a grade 3 class, put up her hand and I said yes, and she's like, "So you're rich?" And I was like, no, I'm just quitting my job. But I didn't say that. So some of the stuff that the students have said is really funny. Like, you think they're going to say, you tell them and they're all like, oh, and one of them will put up their hand and I'll be like, yes. And it's just a random statement like, can I go to the bathroom? Like right over their head, or my dog's not feeling good today. But this is what you get when you work in an elementary school. So thank you. Thank you if you're watching. Thank you to my subscribers. And if you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy what you see, please hit the like. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know who's out there and where you're from. Please have a lovely week, and this will go up sometime during the week. And I will see you soon. Take care and have a good one. Bye. So guys, I just did a thing. I sat down to edit this video and I found myself on the Mary Maxim website and I ordered more yarn. What's wrong with me? Like, I do not need more yarn. I need more yarn like I need another hole in my head. That's it. That's it. That's it. I am not ordering any more yarn. I mean, again, if I get a gift card, that's a different story, but no more yarn. I just wanted to take advantage of the $4.99 shipping, and I really am enjoying that marvelous chunky yarn for the mittens. So I ordered just 2 more balls of each in those 2 colors that I showed you earlier. And I ordered a little bit of glimmer yarn, just single balls of some of the colors, because I have a plan for the glimmer yarn, which I will reveal this summer. And that is it. Like, God, I'm so weak.